And so perhaps I just added some underground songs so that when my topics get boring or when I just talk too much, you just keep hearing the background music and don't feel bored. So let us just start. Well, I want to talk on failure. Failure is just quite simple and it's quite funny too. Why I just talk about failure? Well, there are much more things that you need to know about failure. Failure, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, is the omission of occurrence of performance and neglecting to perform a duty or expected action. It is simply an inability to perform a normal function that is supposed to be carried in the normal way of life, such as the kidney failure. Well, I have some definitions for failure. One of my friends said that failure is just one attempt in learning. Well, I agree with her, sorry, and I think failure is just simply one step in learning. In life, people that don't fail probably don't try. You just need to notice that people that don't fail, people that don't fail, basically they don't try. Just go check out, or they don't even try enough. Now, so I think another definition for failure is that failure is one step to success. Failure is a process in success. Go check many of our models. Go check people like Thomas Edison. He will tell you how many times he has failed before he could give you a spark of light that we just have cheaply now. So failure is just a process of success. So without wasting time, I just want to go straight into the main part. I just don't want to touch the peripheral of everything. Well, failure is simply gotten from an Anglo-French word, which is failure. Well, failure simply means to fail, and the word failure was simply coined out of fail. And so we have failure from fail, and we have fail from failure. So failure is the Anglo-French word. Now, I just want to give you some outlines. The first one is how to see failure. How do you see failure? There are different perspectives people see failure. I think I'll also give you how to handle failure. How do you think you can handle failure? Then the third one, without wasting your time, is how to overcome failure. Yeah, it's just quite simple. Let's start. How do you see failure? The first question is, how do I see failure? Well, some people see failure as a barrier. Some people see failure as a stop. Some people see failure as the end. Some people don't see failure as normal. Why some of us don't see it as learning? There are sometimes when our teacher spanks us in school, not for failing at all, but for some mistakes that we have made. But you can somehow accredit failure to the word mistake, because for you to make mistakes, you have to fail at something. So our teacher spanks us during those times, and we'll be like, this teacher, and maybe at last we get close to the teacher. Well, in simple terms, we simply failed at the activities. That's why our teacher has really spanked us. Now let's just go. How do you see failure? Well, failure is a simple process of learning. It's just a simple process of learning. What I've noticed about life is that for each time you fail, you learn better. And so for how many times you do fail, you learn better. So every time you miss some questions in your exams and you get to know it after then, one of my friends once said that knowledge is not a waste. And so I saw him missed during one time like that. I got I think 27 over 60. That was in maths, and I just sat down and I decided to go through my questions again. How could I have gotten 27 over 60? Some of my friends said, "You've gotten it," and What are you waiting for? Let's just go and play. I said, no, since I've gotten 27 over 60, I wanted to see where I failed. And so I sat down that day and I started to pick out where I failed. Simple enough or funny enough, those places I failed began to give me an answer. So I think when you attack failure, or when you fail and you attack the failure again, it simply gives you an answer. For every failure, there's an answer. Now, somebody once said, you haven't failed because maybe you haven't tried or you haven't tried enough. And so I can accept failure. I can definitely accept failure. When I scored 27 over 60, as I was just saying now, when I scored 27 over 60, I just felt, yes, that was what I scored, and that was what I deserved. But I needed to give my parents a better score, and so I tried to study more the following term. And guess what? It was way better. Now, I can only accept failure if I try again. I only accept failure if I try again. So I think that when you fail, it is normal. I see it as normal. But the failure to try again is the real failure in it. I see some people that after failing for about 4 to about 7 times, 10 times, they just let go of it.